What's up, guys? John here. Titan Talk Tuesday. Happy to be with you guys. So I'm going to take a second for everybody to start coming on in, and we'll get this bad boy underway. So thank you guys for all joining in. I want to give that big shout out to everybody that comes in, week out. It's been a lot of love, a lot of support, man, through the weeks especially. So I really appreciate that. New shows coming up. Titan That Time with Rachel Daniels is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be a live Q&A with me and her, talking about some female different things, how to get in the healthy lifestyle, how to do all that stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys got a female, then you guys might want to check that out, because we're going to talk about some really, really cool stuff. And not just bodybuilding chicks, it's going to be just the masses out there, the regular person, the regular girl who wants to start learning this stuff, then they can. Straight from Rachel and right from me too as well. So it's going to be good. Got some great feedback on that show too. So we are just action-packed, man. I think it's 4 shows a week now. Jeez, oh Pete's. It's getting crazy. What's up? Keep the Titans in the house. What's going on, brother? So it's going to be a really good show today. We're going to obviously talk about Nectar of the Gods, which is therapy of the week, some of the benefits of that, some of the different uses of it, why it's so beneficial to you, right? And then we're going to talk about some of these different topics I had come up. First, Derek Chauvin guilty on all 3 charges. That just came down a little bit ago. I know a lot of people were holding on tight, waiting for that, that verdict to come about. So I think everybody should hopefully be happy with what happened. I don't think there's a lot of people that really, can basically make an argument that, hey, listen, this guy really got off on nothing, because he didn't. He got charged with all 3 accounts. He found guilty on all 3 accounts. Now we're going to see what the judge comes up as far as the sentencing and all that. So it's going to be hopefully a relaxing thing or time period for people, instead of people going out and getting crazy, like rioting and all this other stuff that's going around the country because of other deaths, that could maybe not have been done. It all depends. So hopefully everybody's all good. So what's going on? The Real J33. Keep the Titan. So let's get into the therapy of the week, right? Let's start it off. So Nectar of the Gods. Nectar of the Gods is a doctor-prescribed injectable therapy of just amino acids, vitamins, and super antioxidants. It's real simple and real easy. These are things that your body needs to work properly, optimally, to give a lot of benefits to your body. So let's talk about what's in Nectar of the Gods. So Nectar of the Gods is comprised of a lot of different things, but let's start breaking them down. Glutamine, great for recovery, right? Arginine, vasodilator. It's also going to help with blood flow. That's a major one. Lysine, it's going to help with your immune function, because whatever you're doing out there, you're putting stress in your body, whether you're working out, or you're out working construction, or any stress that you're putting onto your body, your body's obviously taking that in. So that's another good one to fortify the immune system. The big one in here, glutathione. So glutathione is a super antioxidant, mother of all antioxidants. It's great for getting rid of free radicals. It's awesome for lowering liver functions like liver enzymes, ALT and AST. It's great for reducing inflammation in the body, fortifying the immune system, boosting up stronger, right? So there's a lot of different great benefits with just glutathione. Next after that, NAC, N-acetylcysteine. So this is great for the liver functions as well, right? It's a precursor with glutathione, so it works, synergistically with that as well in the injectable. Also has proline, so which is a collagen-based amino acid, great for lubricating joint areas and such. It has L-carnitine, great for weight loss, great for blood flow, nervous system. It also has proline? Taurine. Taurine's another big one in there for muscle cramping, brain function. So when you're combining all these different things together, like glutathione, arginine, glutamine, lysine, proline, NAC, taurine, and L-carnitine, you really got, you're set up for success, with a lot of different areas. So whether you're really just trying to boost the immune system, lowering liver functions, that could help with the glutathione and the NAC in there. If you're worried about recovery or blood flow, right? Because you can still get a little bit of a pump from just the arginine alone. It's still a precursor to nitric oxide. Now, Hercules Potion is kind of similar to this, right? But you're missing some key components in Hercules Potion if you're really looking for that. And that's really vasodilation, precursor to nitric oxide, some muscle pumps, and then ornithine, which is in Hercules Potion, which is not in Nectar of the Gods. And ornithine's an anti-fatigue amino acid, so it's going to let you do more strenuous activity, whether you're working out, you're walking, you're hiking, jogging, you're crossfitting, whatever you're doing, even the tight runs that Art does, right? Like certain things like that, it will definitely help you out with. So it's a big, it's a popular therapy here, I guess, right? It's one of our most sought after ones because it utilizes some of Hercules Potion, those ingredients in there, and then backed by the glutathione. That's really a great combination of things when we're talking about these things that work in the body. So if you guys are looking for something that's a daily injectable that's going to help really fortify the immune system, right? Help clear out those toxins in the body, plus give you great recovery and a little bit of vasodilation with arginine, boost the immune system, blood flow, some collagen-based amino acids in there. The Nectar of the Gods is definitely one of the therapies that you guys should be looking at. If you guys have any more questions about Nectar of the Gods or any of our other therapies, all you guys got to do is call or text 727-389-3220. I want to give a couple big shout-outs in here, so everybody's joining in. All right, 1987 Pain, the Real J, just got my stuff today from you guys. I'm excited to start my therapy with you guys. I'm excited too, just like you are. So I want to make sure that you're getting the best benefits out of your therapies. I want to make sure you're feeling good and you're getting right back on track. So let us know how everything's going. If you guys have a question on your therapies when you get the therapies, how to inject, right? Where to inject, some common questions. All you guys got to do really is look at our YouTube videos. Just go to YouTube. You guys can go in there. I have the therapy breakdown or how to do some of these injections, like shoulder injections, or even if you're using like BPC or TB500 and people are like, oh, I got golf elbow or tennis elbow, where do I inject to do that? I actually made a video to show you guys. Like, I want to be a human pincushion, so I can show you guys exactly where to go because it's a common question and it's a good question. So if you guys are looking for that information or a visual tutorial, then check that out. Now, you guys always have us at your disposal here at Titan Medical Center. So if you guys have more questions after you look at the videos or on your medication or reaction or anything of the such, just give us a call or text 727-389-3220. Now, we can service you guys. That's the next one, right? I'll answer your question, Real J, in 1 second about the MK. So if you guys are looking for any of the services that we offer, from hormone replacement therapy, blood work. Now, it could be hormones, it could be your vital organs, it could be STD testing, it could be food allergy testing, right? Medical weight loss options and therapies, rejuvenation detox therapies, libido enhancing therapies for males and females, healing peptides, weight loss peptides, all this good stuff. We can help you guys out nationwide. So wherever you're at, we can help you out with the therapies, with the medical consultation, and everything in between. And it's real simple and easy to do so. For most of the therapies, except for hormones, all you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. And at that point, you're going to get set up with your medical consultation through us. You're going to see our medical provider. He's going to go through all that new patient paperwork with you and then make your recommendations or talk about some of the therapies you might be interested in. All right? So it's real simple and real easy. That's all you guys got to do. All right, so Real J33 said, he asked, what's the best time to take my MK677? Now, this really depends on the person. Now, there's some people like Big Drew where he can take it in the morning time and he doesn't get lethargic or no other side effects as far as symptoms of lethargic. And at that point, he can take it and be fine. He has the will to be able to eat correctly when he gets this into his body because it's going to stimulate the hunger hormone. So you got to be prepared for that. So if you're not prepared for that, or you're getting lethargic, or you think you might get lethargic on this, the best time to take it is at night. Hands down. The reason is because, it's going to help stimulate more of your own natural growth hormone, right? And it's also going to stimulate this hunger hormone. Now, if you're having problems eating, you might want to take it during the day, right? Like right before you're going to go to bed, possibly. You can eat a whole meal and then go to sleep. Or you can take it right before bedtime and not have to worry about eating or being lethargic. It's going to put you to bed like a baby, or it should. And at that point, what happens is your IGF-1 levels are usually the highest at that point at night or usually right in the morning, right when you wake up, okay? But at night's going to be probably your best bet because you want that better sleep too for recovery, right? For revitalizing your body, recharging your body. And this is where all the repair happens. It happens at night in your sleep. So sleep is definitely an important factor in anything you're going to do here at Titan Medical Center or a healthy lifestyle. So at that point, MK677, from my opinion and standpoint, or even from the providers, is usually going to be at nighttime before bed, okay? Because a lot of people, they can't take being lethargic during the day. It doesn't last too long, but it will, make you tired 15, 20, 30 minutes. And some people have to work. They have to be on point. They can't do that. The other point is that, some of these people cannot control they can't control their will of what they're going to eat. So if they're in a house and they got kids and they got these sugary things, they're usually going after all these different things and just eating as much as possible. And I don't care if you eat right before you take it, you're still going to get real hungry about 15, 20 minutes after you take it. So if you're looking to up your calories and you want to eat more, this is definitely a therapy for you. If you don't want to get that hunger factor, take it at night right before bed, and you should get all the benefits from it too as well. Increased strength, lean body mass, helping with sleep patterns. There's a lot of different benefits from MK677, or the real name, ibutamoren, okay? And this is a growth hormone releasing peptide. It's not a SARMs. Originally, people, they classify this as a SARM. It's not a select androgen receptor modulator. Okay, that's a fact. It's a growth hormone releasing hormone peptide. So that's what it is. Okay. All right. So big shout, Dwayne 370, Holden Outlaw coming in. Naomi, what's going on? How you doing out there? Dwayne Day, my dude. Conrad Pizzer, Jackson Doctor 83. What's up, dude? Big Jose IFBB Pro. How you doing? Thanks for joining in. Wow, 1879. Tanya Stewart, Jose ZX99, my man. All right, so Dwayne Day said, hey, John, I'm back working out thanks to BPC. So that's awesome. So Dwayne was going through, he had a shoulder surgery, took BBC, and he did it pretty well. And he's been checking in every week. So it's been kind of quick since he got back. Thank God you're back in the gym working out. And thank God it helped heal you a lot quicker. That's one thing. So you got to utilize some of these tools that we have in some of these different situations, scenarios. You don't always have to be working out to use some of these different therapies. And that's a common misperception about hormone replacement therapy. So particularly testosterone replacement, right? Most of guys think that they need to be working out to take hormone replacement therapy. Or if they get hurt or they're not working out, like through the pandemic, some people stopped. That's not good. One, you're crashing your body, right? Those levels are here and they're tanking right away. The second thing is testosterone or these different hormones regulate other things in the body. So when you're not having them at optimal or good levels, other negative things or symptoms could happen to you, right? So that's really important. So hormone replacement therapy is not for working out and getting big. It's about general health. It's about feeling good every day, feeling optimal, performing optimal, looking optimal, right? And that could be a number of different ways for a number of different people. Everybody's different. Everybody has different goals of how they want to look, how they want to perform, and this can really get you to those goals of what you're trying to achieve. That's the biggest thing I think out there, the misperception about hormone replacement therapy. I got to be working out to take it. It's not true at all. You want to make sure that your levels are good because you want to be healthy. And working out, yes, is a part of being in a healthy, active lifestyle, but it's not like a main, like you don't have to do it to be healthy. Certain people out there, they might walk, they eat very healthy, right? And they're active in other ways. They don't have to be working out per se, right? So at that point now, it will help put on lean muscle mass, right? Get rid of, fat that's on the body. So you're becoming a machine to a certain extent, a really polished, optimized, test and tuned machine. And that's how you want it because your body is great, right? It's the best thing out there. It's the best machine ever made by God or whoever your higher power is, okay? And at that point, it can adapt. It can do like things that you wouldn't even think about, right? Or recover from certain things that you wouldn't even think about. But you want to make sure that everything is dialed in. And I go back to like a race car. When they go on a racetrack and they build a race car, they go for a couple laps, right? And it's called test and tune. And they make sure that the wheels are right, the engine's right, transmission shifting right, brakes are right. Everything is working in a harmonic balance, working optimally and working properly together. And that's going to give them the best result. Think about your body the exact same way. you want to make sure that everything in your body, in that ecosystem of your body, is working properly and working in a harmonic balance, because it all works together. It really does. It's usually, some people, they let their health go, and one thing goes, and then when one thing hits, it's like something else. It just creates a domino effect, and you start breaking down all through the body. It's just really crazy, and it can happen really quick too. All right, Ballbuster, what's going on? IFBB Pro, Neil, what's up, brother? J Morgan Music, K Xavier, Sean O, Stone Mo, what's going on? Leslie Young Glove Jr., Jerica Saunders Supplementos, David Kronkos, Marvin. All right, David Kronkos, how much is BPC 157 for 1 month? All right, so usually 1 month of BPC 157, and this can all go by how you utilize it too, right? It's usually $300. We knock it down to $275 for you. If you're going to do like TB 500 along with it, I know we give a deal for that too as well. So that's like $500 usually for both of them. So that's a pretty big discount if you're going to use both. But $275 it's usually $300. I tell people it's $275 because I automatically give that $25 off. And that usually will last you for 1 month. Now, you can be more aggressive with BPC 157 too as well. Dosage usually now out there is usually between 250 to 500 micrograms per day. You can go above that, and there's studies with BPC above that range, but then it starts getting a little bit costly. But if you can save yourself from getting surgery or help yourself getting over this injury quicker, what's that worth to you? That's the big thing, because even for me, I have a slap tear. I've been using BPC and TB 500. I didn't get to work out this last week because I was on vacation. I kind of just rested and relaxed, but it feels a lot better. Like, it truly does. And I was getting cortisone shots in the beginning when I first got it to try to help get me through it, because I didn't want to do surgery. I still don't want to do surgery, right? It's hard for me to be down. I got so much stuff going on with tightening, personal life, and all this that, and I know that's a horrible, sorry excuse, because if you really do have something wrong, you should really get it fixed. You don't want to live, with agony and stuff like that. If you have a slap tear or you have something that's really wrong with shoulders, especially, like I sleep on my shoulders, it's painful every night, and I switch both sides. It just is what it is. Now, it feels a little bit better, obviously, with BPC 157 and TB 500, and I've been taking around 750 micrograms to 1,000 micrograms daily, so I've really upped the dose. But it really has helped dramatically in my day-to-day life. Like, it was really getting bad, guys, and I was like, man, I got to schedule this surgery. And now I'm like, all right, well, I could go a little bit longer. I've lost some mobility, obviously, because of it. And I don't go crazy on the weight, but I do about 75% of what I know I can max out. So even at dumbbell presses, like right now I'm using like 80 pound, 90 pound dumbbells, doing flat bench along with that. And I'm making sure that my movements are a little bit different and restricted, because if I come all the way back, it puts a little bit more strain on the shoulder area. So when you're doing that, you want to do like, where you're breaking the plane and you're going flat, but you're going up and you're flexing out, and be able to control that weight too as well, right?
John, we got one on YouTube.
All right.
It's on screen.
All right. Welcome. All right. So, hey, Leonard, what's going on? All right. Do you write prescriptions? So, yes, our medical providers here, we're a full medical center. And if you guys have ever came and visited, I know some of you guys have, and some of you guys probably haven't, but we're a huge multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art facility here. We do everything medical for patients as far as that goes. So even if it's a sick visit or whatever, we can do that. X-ray, we got full X-ray, EKGs. I mean, we do everything, guys, right? So yes, our medical providers would be able to write prescriptions for the therapies that we offer. We don't do pain medications. We don't do Adderall. There's certain things out there that people call up and ask about, and there's places out there that do it, but we don't do that stuff, right? We want to make sure that we're really looking at preventative, anti-aging medications and stuff like that. Things are going to help you look better, feel better, perform better for a long extent period of time. So long-lasting results too as well. So I hope that answered your question. Marvex, what's the dose of MK677? So the average dose is 25 milligrams. Now, there were some girls and stuff like that we did do 12.5 milligrams for. It was a lower dosage and stuff like that, or if people want to split it through the day, you could do that. But 25 milligrams per day is what we usually prescribe to patients as far as our providers. And that's really, it's really a great dose as far as getting results. Now, obviously, with the clinical, the data that's on MK677, you can see those, and most of those rose 123% in IGF-1 levels. Now, this is not your research peptide site where you're getting, no. Guys, I wouldn't trust that stuff coming out of there. You have no idea where it's coming from. It's not tested. It's not coming from a pharmacy. It's not coming prescribed in your name. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go out and try to get it, but you really don't know what you're going to get. I mean, that's the thing about it. A lot of people, and, they come at, even with BPC 157, they're like, oh, I see it online. Or guys, you have no idea where that's coming from, what is in that powder, because it should be coming freeze-dried. And at that point, you really don't know. There's no testing. There's nothing that comes with a certificate of authenticity for it. So at that point, you really, or it might be just from them, but not from a lab, right? Like a third-party United States lab that they can send it off to, like Eagle and stuff like that. There's certain things that you're going to get from the pharmacy that you're never going to be able to get online. And if you do, it's a black or gray area, and you could get in trouble for it too as well. So just keep that in the back of your minds, all right? Punisher, what's going on, my dude? All right, so Psycho. So with MK, you really want to stay, I would say 90 days tops. 60 days is going to do really, really good. And then you get off it, usually about a month, right? And at that point, you can go back on. Same thing with IGF-1. So we have IGF-1 therapies, right? And you don't want to take that for an extended period of time because you can build up a tolerance or sensitivity level to it. So at that point, you only want to go on it for certain amounts of time and then come off, and then you can go right back on. So these are just some of the things that we can help you guys out with, all right? When you guys are patients, our medical providers are going to give you all this knowledge. We're going to give you the protocols. We're here for your support all the way through. So once you have a question or you have a concern, we're here to answer it and to help you guys get the best possible results and the best bang for your buck, all right? How can I order and resell? So we don't do anything like that. So all these are coming from U.S. licensed pharmacies. So these things are over the counter. Jericho Sanders. So at that point, we can't, I wish we could. I wish we could bulk sell it to people because there's so many people that try to come at us and they're like, hey, listen, I want to buy this, right? So you can't. We have to have a doctor. We can set you up as far as that goes if you have a medical doctor and stuff like that. If you were like a part of a type medical center, like franchise or other, brick and mortar of us or something like that. But as far as that goes, I'm sorry. There's no way that you can resell it. What up, Big Irishman, my dude, man? I hope everything's going well. All right. Real J said, got it. I will try both ways. Let me know which way helps you the best. Lastly, will affect natural HGH levels. So, Real J, yes. So, natural HGH levels. So, what happens with growth hormone is you're stimulating this growth hormone, your pituitary, and then from that, growth hormone goes down to the liver. From there, it converts. And really, you're looking at IGF-1, right? When it converts into IGF-1, that's when you really can look and see, listen, I have a lot of growth hormone that's coming down and converting to IGF-1. And IGF-1 is really what you're going to get all the benefits from. Even if you're taking growth hormone, the whole point is when it converts and it goes to IGF-1, and then that really does help with the anti-aging, recovery, preventative. Like that's really where it's at. So you want to look at IGF-1 levels, okay? So it should increase those levels without suppressing your natural pituitary or your natural growth hormone levels, because that's something that can happen with real growth hormone. One, it's really expensive. Two, there's hardly some people out there that are going to prescribe it, real growth hormone. And at that point, when you take it, you're taking this over an extended period of time, it could suppress levels, just like testosterone. If you take testosterone, don't need testosterone, you think you're going to cycle with it, you take it, you put it in the body, it's going to shut down or suppress your natural function, which at that point, your body's going to have to reboot or try to come back online. You can use some other medications to do this, but I'm telling you guys, I don't see a lot of people that bounce back from this to where they were previous. They bounce back, but it's never as good. And that sucks, right? And especially if it's in a 3 or 4 month time span or 5 months, whatever you're talking about doing, is it really worth it? No, it's not really worth it. Unless you really need testosterone therapy, I would suggest not taking it. The reason is because you're going to suppress your natural levels, and then at that point, you might need testosterone replacement therapy for real. And then you're going to have to, maintenance every week, your dosing, all that, and make sure that you're on track to make sure you're feeling good and you're at optimal levels performing well. All right, what's going on? IBB Neil, what's going on, brother? All right, so yes, Jericho, most of these therapies we're talking about are injectable therapies. From our injectable vitamin amino acid therapies to our peptides. Now, MK677 is great. The reason is because it's an oral therapy. It's an oral GHRH, and there's not many out there. that can really, really help with those levels, right? And it's raising IGF-1 levels without being very toxic to the body or to the liver too as well. All right, so what's going on? Boreed, Martin Lucutis, what's going on? Ralph, Quinn George Jr., 20 day. Hey, John, 2 months from me with BPC 157, 30 units a day. Love Type Medical Center. You and your wife are going to be billionaires one day. God bless. Thank you so much. So 2 months, man, getting over this shoulder surgery. Back in the gym working out. This is awesome to hear, Dwayne. Seriously, man. So you're going to bounce back quicker and better, hopefully, than you were previous. So that's just great, man. I really appreciate it. So, and you weren't overdoing it on the dosaging. So 30 units on that. So if you're going to dilute it with 5 mLs, each is 30. So, I mean, you're talking about maybe a 1,000, maybe right underneath there, micrograms per day, which is really, really good. And that's great, man. It's not overdoing it. It's getting a lot of bang for your buck, and then it's getting you healthier, quicker, and recovering from surgeries faster. That's just awesome. I've had so many great stories from patients, either from, pulled hamstrings, tendons, muscles, ligaments, strained ligaments, shoulder surgeries, knee surgeries, back surgeries. Like, we're really collecting a lot of data on a lot of different patients, all different ages, right? Different ethnicities, so white, black, Latino, like there's different people that are taking this. So it's working overall for a majority of people out there. I haven't had too many complaints on BPC 157, unless it's something serious. Like, I broke a bone, BPC 157 didn't fix it. Well, it's not going to fix a broken bone. It will help, bring blood to those areas a lot quicker, faster, help with inflammation to bring it down and to heal there. That's really what it does. 280, big Irishman. That's goals right there for sure. David Carrillo, what's up? With Titans MK677 and Hercules Potion. That's really a great combination to put together. Med Tazi, what's going on? KD Fitness Guru. Mia DeBoss, how you doing? Chapa Palma, Big DS Brooklyn. I think that's what it is. Angela Leigh Smith, how are you doing? Mark0183, what's up? Hulk Squad, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yes, BPC is the shit, for sure. I'm living proof it works. So it's another one. He was his hamstring. It was really, really horrible looking injury as far as black and blue all the way down the quad and all the way up into the groin section. It was pretty bad, man. So I'm glad that he's got through his injuries too as well. It's just, it's just more that we can add on as far as proof of how good BPC 157 really works for people. It's awesome, man, because, a lot of doctors, they just want to do surgery right away, and they get paid on surgeries and stuff like that. But, we don't want to be down for surgeries. You have to go through a lot of different things for surgery. You got to go underneath anesthesia. Some people don't wake up. Now, that's not the masses of people. A lot of people, no problems. But there are some occasional people out there that they have issues. I was talking to my barber, Big J the barber, right? And he was underneath anesthesia. And at that point, he woke up twice with his surgery. That is crazy. And if you guys have been through surgery, like, it's already kind of nerve-wracking, I guess, a little bit. But think about waking up in the surgery. If you've had surgery, waking up in the surgery and actually seeing what's going on and be like, hey, put me back out. Going back out and coming back again and be like, put me fucking back out. Excuse my language. But that's what it is. I mean, it's pretty serious. So, anesthesiologists are doing this. Real J33. Will glutathione help with acne flare-ups? So glutathione is great for the skin. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to help against acne flare-ups, but it should help with the acne issues. If you're looking to really combat acne flare-ups, now, one, make sure hormones are all dialed in because, hormones can obviously cause acne issues, cystic acne, acne flare-ups, you to break out, more commonly than you usually did before. This is something that can happen. So make sure that's dialed in. 2, after that, you can look at the acne protocol. So benzoyl peroxide, 10% wash. That's something that we offer with clindamycin, medicated pads. So at that point, you go in, you can shower, you use this wash, right? The benzoyl peroxide wash. So it's medicated wash. And then after that, you follow up and you have these pads. And they're clindamycin pads. That's what's in them as far as the antibacterial pads. So at that point, you can utilize it there. And usually you'll have no problems with acne flare-ups or issues as long as hormones and everything's dialed in there. That's for sure. Now, sometimes bacteria can get in the blood too, and this can cause acne breakouts. So doxycycline is used for an oral as far as a medication, and that's an antibiotic. So you can use that too as well, and that could possibly help with the acne flare-ups. It's really what's going on with the person. Every situation could be different, and that's when the medical providers come in and they really assess all the information and they make the recommendation for the best possible therapy or medication to really help you out. Okay? All right, so thank TY Steve too, Newful Boy, Blackwellodis, what's going on? DL Cat Sky, William Grassick, CB Lay, to the Lock, what's going on? Ruben Moore, Mary, Edward Beat, man, we got so many people in here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining in. Angela, U.S. Marine Corps 75, love it. Steven, OSDC, what's going on? If you guys have any questions about any of our therapies, anything that we do, please go ahead and shout it out. I'll answer for you guys live here, all right? So I got the acne protocol from you guys as well. Going to start that today. So definitely start that. Let me know how it goes, right? You can even let the girls know, hey, listen, it's going really good. Give it a couple days really to go over, but it should start improving daily. Another thing is exfoliation. So I do use an exfoliator too as well on my skin. So at that point, like an apricot scrub, like St. Ives, don't use it like this, but just gently, as far as that goes, that can help really break down some of that acne and stuff like that too as well. All right. Hey, John, I'm thinking about getting MK677. I was wondering how long does it last in your body hour-wise? I'm going to take it at night because I'm just hungry all the time. Okay. Totally understandable. So MK677, right? The dose usually lasts almost 24 hours, right, in the body as far as that goes. Now, the hunger spells, that should only last within an hour or two of you taking it. You shouldn't be hungry all day because of it. Now, it can affect different people in different ways, but I like Big Irishman's on it right now. I think it's increased his hunger, but he's taking it during the daytime. At night, I don't think you're going to have any problems as far as that goes. Just go to sleep at night. Now, best way to do it too, Dwayne, is be prepared. And what do I mean by that? Make sure you got your meals on point, man. Just prep a couple meals for yourself, right? So if you get hungry, you can throw it in the microwave real quick and then you can eat it. And this is going to help you with a number of different things. It's going to help you with your lean gains, right? You're getting good food in your body and you know it. These are two big benefits right away. And then 3, you can create fat loss and gain lean muscle tissue by eating properly and training right. And especially with MK677. This should help definitely with strength, improving strength, lean body mass, fat loss as far as that goes, just utilizing correctly. Make sure you guys are hydrating properly too as well. That's another big problem out there that a lot of people don't do. So they're not drinking enough water. Now your body it knows, right? It detects we're dehydrated. We need to hold on to water, and that's when people start really becoming bloated and stuff like that. They're not drinking a lot of water, or they're eating a really bad diet, high with sodium, holding on to a whole bunch of water and bloating like that. So just be cautious of different things like that, okay? Been watching this for the past 20 minutes, and wow, I want to eat everything. Time to get some calories in. So yeah, so you're definitely, I don't know if you took it, the Real J, as far as the MK, but if you took it, you're probably going to be hungry right afterwards too. So just be wary of that, all right? And be prepared, guys. It's all about being prepared. You guys are knowing you guys are going to take this, and at that point, you'll have some food ready. Try to get rid of all the garbage food in your house, because you won't have the option. The only option is Uber Eats or something like that. It's still going to take them 45 minutes usually to get to you. So at that point, you can get I literally, there's sometimes, I'll be so hungry, right? And I'll order Uber Eats or whatever, and then it gets me, it just looks like garbage, and I just won't eat it. I'm like, damn, I wasted damn money on this. I thought I was going to eat this, but it's no good. And then your mind's like, all right, good. You're not eating the garbage. And then I'm like, all right, let me go grab one of my meals real quick. Because it's real easy to do it. Just to order a hamburger or a cheeseburger from somewhere and just eat it, right? But you just got to be prepared. All right. So, yeah, I just got it today and took some 20 minutes ago. And wow, this insane. 100% works. Dude, it's going to work 100%. So anything you get from Tide Medical Center is going to come from a real U.S. licensed pharmacy. They just can't, dish out or put it in these medicine bottles this stuff that has not been tested, right? Especially injectables, sterility, concentration tested, to really test it. Endotoxin testing to make sure that you're not injecting something that could cause you a lot of damage or health issues down the road. So that's just one thing. So MK especially, I hear some people, they get their stuff offline or so whatever. Like, man, MK really didn't work. It didn't do anything. Well, it's probably a bunk source that you got it from or a bunk product. So at that point, you want to make sure that you're getting things, especially these medications or therapies, prescribed and from a U.S. licensed pharmacy, okay? That way you know what you're getting is real. That's the big thing out there. Will the hunger be every time? Yes, it will be. It will be every time. So that's what I was telling you. So at that point, if you're not down with the hunger, you don't need the calories per se, right? Take it at nighttime before to go to bed. You shouldn't have any of these problems that you're having right now with the hunger. Because I'm telling you, I know, because every one of these therapies that you guys get, I've already tested and know exactly what you're going to get out of it from my standpoint, right? Because other people could get different effects or different symptoms, but majority of the patients, they're going to get the same symptoms from this or effects. And at that point, this is just one of them. It increases or stimulates the Ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone in the body. And at that point, that's what's going to make you so hungry. But your body is going to utilize this too. You got to remember that. As long as you're working out, you might need extra calories in the body. The big problem with eating clean is it's hard to get a whole bunch of calories in because you're eating clean food, but it doesn't have all these garbage calories in it. Let's just give an example. I eat, let's say, a steak, right, with, 1 8-ounce or 12-ounce steak, either one, and a cup of rice, right, white rice, brown rice, potatoes, whatever you're going to do. But it's not like eating a Whopper value meal where I'm getting those French fries, the hamburger, and I wouldn't drink the Coke if you paid me, but at that point, it's not the same. Those calories are going to be through the roof. You're going to be able to take in a lot more calories eating junk food like that than you will with clean food. So I think that's the issue. And then some people, they eat the clean food and then they get stuffed, right? And they're like, damn, I got to eat more. Because if I don't eat more, I'm going to burn more calories than I'm putting in my body, and I'm actually going to lose weight. So you can lean up that way, right? But you want to make sure that you're getting enough protein and all that so your body's not going to a catabolic effect. You don't want to lose that hard-earned muscle tissue that you've worked so hard for. That's the problem. It's real easy to lose weight, right? But it could be easy to lose that muscle tissue too as well. It's easier to gain weight, but it's not easier to gain muscle tissue, right? So you just want to make sure you're getting enough protein, you're getting enough of these macros in there to fulfill what your body needs and what it's consuming per day. And usually it's around 2,000 calories, but this could be different for every person. Generally, it's a 2,000 calorie diet. That's what a lot of people base it on. But your body weight, height, all this is going to be a determination of how many calories you should be taking in per day to really be able to gain lean muscle mass, but not fat. You don't want to gain that. I see a lot of people, and I just don't understand it. They're like, I need to bulk. So they eat a whole bunch of calories. They're still training, but they eat a whole bunch of garbage calories and stuff like that. And they get bulky for sure, but it's not quality. They don't look quality at that point. You always want to keep that. And that's one good thing about Drew. When Drew came on to Team Titan, what has it been, over 2 years? When Drew came, he was from 5%. And, their whole thing was whatever it takes, and stuff like that. And Drew used to love it because, he's got great genetics. He's got great size already. He was strong as hell, but he was eating McDonald's all day, right? And, the thing about it is he could consume the calories and still look good. But he doesn't look nearly as good as he does now and shredded. And the other thing is this, the way that you feel. No heartburn, no stomach aches, no wheeziness, being able to tie your shoes and not run out of breath. Like, there's certain things that come along with eating clean. And you can still have that awesome physique by doing it. It's just a little bit harder to do because you got to eat a little bit more food as far as clean food goes because you're not taking in the garbage calories that you were before. So that's just something to go. So just be prepared, and you guys will know exactly what to do. So funny, I jumped from 5% to Titan Medical Center. So big Irishman, right? So listen, big shout out, to 5%, but they lost their leader, man. That was a big one for them. And at that point, I think everything started going kind of downhill for them to a certain extent. They're still around and everything like that. Never knocked that company at all. And like I said, their leader at the time, you guys all know who it is. He was a pretty cool dude as far as that goes, and he was pretty charismatic. So at that point, big shout out to Rich Piana. That's who it is if you guys don't know. But Titan Medical Center takeover, Drew seen it in the writing at that point. And I think, we're a little bit different, right? So we're not a supplement company. A lot of people, it's funny because when I drive up and I'm always in a Titan vehicle and I'm always tightened out. Wherever you see me, I'm always representing the brand 110%. I'm setting the example out there. And people come up and they're like, are you guys a gym? I'm like, no, it's a Titan Medical Center. We're a medical center, right? Or they'll be like, oh, you're a supplement company. No, we're not a supplement company either, at that point. Now, some of these amino acids and vitamins are supplementation to a certain extent, right? But you cannot get injectable vitamins and amino acids, especially our Titan Medical Center signature combinations, from anywhere else. That's something that we compromise and put together, not compromise, but we put together, and as far as that goes, we're the only ones that have it out there. So that's good. Big shout to Rich Piana and the whole family out there. His mother, his ex-wife, and all those out there, so big shout out to them. But yeah, that's what it is. All right, so let's talk about some of the other topics that we got for Titan Talk, and then we're going to end this bad boy because we got about 15 minutes. All right, so the first one was a $7,000 plus proposal for the Fire Fest Festival ticket holders. So if you guys don't know what the Fire Festival was, this was a big festival that was put together by Hgh Levels and basically another promoter, right? And at that point, what happened was this promoter was the big guy behind it or whatever, and they were promising this awesome festival out in the Bahamas, and it was going to be awesome. They were going to have this huge lineup, which they did book a lot of the talent. They were going to have these awesome accommodations. They did this awesome promo video and stuff like that with all these different influencers and stuff like that. Gained a whole bunch of hype, sold a whole bunch of tickets, a whole bunch of these VIP accommodations, and then what happened? They didn't put the thing together. It was poor execution in all of the terms. I mean, basically from the living, from the talent that was supposed to be there, the grounds, right? So at that point, what happened was people showed up. Now all these people showed up and they were stuck. There wasn't enough food for everybody. They had cheese sandwiches. They had these garbage little tents they put up. Everybody was fighting for stuff there. It was pretty crazy, right? Because you can go back. There's documentaries on this and stuff too. So finally, they finally got to the settlement. It was a $2 million settlement. And basically what it is basically each person will probably be reimbursed about $7,200.